I spit Patron on this microphone. Watch out, I'm in the zone. Worth for everything I own. Life is March Madness. One mistake, then you go. Yeah, I had a stroke, but your boy still rhyming. And Fresh got love, but the squad still wildin'. Catch me in any city in the hood, we grinding.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros are comments made by Usyks Kilmas. He's in the camp for Oleksandr Usyk. I believe he's possibly his manager. And this is a paper. We believe this is a Ukrainian paper. In the paper, Kilmas is quoted as saying, "If Joshua vacates the belt to fight Fury, then it's now not heritage." Kilmas stated, giving up the WBO belt compatibility, that Anthony Joshua is scared to combat Oleksandr Usyk. It is skill he sees, a big possibility combating Oleksandr Usyk and losing. That's what it tells me. Excuse me. If Anthony Joshua is 100% bound, he can beat Oleksandr Usyk, then it's a unique story. But when he is not bound, of course, he may give up the title. Kilmas pointed out he has now not spoken with Hearn due to the fact that Joshua's win over Pulev. So, as you can tell by the way it was written, it seems like there was some translation things going on there. But basically, what I believe when it all boils down to is he's saying that if Joshua gives up the belt, then it's because Anthony Joshua doesn't believe he can beat Oleksandr Usyk because of his skill set. That's what his manager believes. Trodal Bill, what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's a bunch of bull. That's I'm sorry, you caught me off guard. Y'all really got me being honest right there. I didn't have a chance to form a different reaction, but that was my first reaction. I think that's a bunch of. We're talking about Anthony Joshua is an Olympian. You know what I'm saying? He's an Olympian. He has faced adversity. He's lost and then came back and showed a different wrinkle in this game. He's not scared of nobody, man. And especially not a smaller guy coming from cruiserweight. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout outs to Shishora, whatever. Because even though I gave him a hard time, he showed me a lot in that fight and improved a lot with Usyk in that fight. That Usyk is really small. He was getting hit, and Derek Chisora was flying him around the ring. Now, let's just say if Derek Chisora had the skill set of an AJ, because AJ has that same power. You know what I'm saying? Derek Chisora just lacked the skill set and the stamina. AJ got all that. I don't think AJ is afraid of that at all. AJ's looking at the bag and legacy and what's the biggest or the fastest way that he can get to undisputed. I heard him. Said it out of his mouth. The boy said he wanted undisputed. He's looking at it like, how can I get to this? Usyk, y'all should be sitting down and talking about how you would take a couple of mil for them to get whatever they want to situate it out. And then, boom. But if it can't happen, right? Because I'm getting calls about Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, right? Say if that fight has to happen, then I don't see Joshua running from a Usyk to fight next. And then there'll be another fight. The fight after that will be undisputed. I don't see him running. I don't see him being afraid of anything. If anything, I think Usyk, you're very talented and I like you a lot. But it comes to time with some people, and it's not even Usyk, it's somebody else talking for him. Sometimes it becomes where people write checks that you can't cash. And I'm not going to say that this is Usyk because this ain't come out of Usyk's mouth. So hopefully Usyk's just playing back and seeing, and like he said, let's talk. Let's try to figure something out. That's what I heard from Usyk's mouth. Let's talk. Let's sit down. You know what I'm saying? I never heard him say, "Oh, AJ is afraid of my skill set" or something like that. But I heard him say, "Let's talk. Let's see if we can work something out." Because Usyk, to me, I think he's down with stepping aside if they can make that fight happen, and then he's the next one to get in. I think he's cool. You know what I'm saying? But people talking for him, there's no way in hell that I think that an AJ is afraid of anybody. He's a warrior. This kid is a warrior. Put some respect on his name. And he dog checks everybody when you come in there with that type of energy. Like, AJ's really a dog. Don't because he ain't out here hollering and doing all the nonsense and stuff. He's a warrior. Put some respect on his name. They punch your head off. That guy's just crazy. They're crazy, man. The disrespect and it's crazy. It's crazy. He's a world champion. He's a world champion with all the belts, except for one. Except for one. Ain't gonna say that he's afraid of somebody. This boy ain't never said it showed that he was afraid of anybody. Even at the press conferences. He don't ever say, you try to keep it boxing. You ain't with that, bruv. That's crazy, the disrespect. He's the champion. He's the champion of the world. He's the champion of the world. Put some respect on his name. You don't become who where AJ had from becoming scared, from being scared. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to where AJ got to for being scared. Mind your mouth and your manners. That's all. I just got annoyed. I'm sorry.
Apparently,
I couldn't tell. Gee.
Yeah, I agree with Trill on this one, man. It's like, come on, man. Stop it, bro. You know what I mean? I'll say this, his supervisor probably has to say that, you know. And again, looking at it, it looks like this is like some type of Ukrainian or like Eastern European news media platform, right? So this is for Usyk's people. So, you know, they got, you know, they just telling them, like, yeah, he don't want that. He don't want that smoke. So it's like, I'm not really going to take it that serious. But I'll say this, though. Usyk, to me, and Usyk reminds me of the heavyweight Lomachenko, right? Lomachenko is great in the lightweight division, but he's a great little man versus a bunch of good big men. So it's like, bruh, you cute, you know what I'm saying? And you may possibly win, but there's a strong chance you're going to get back.
Pause, G. I had to hit you with it.
Yo, pardon me. I pulled the net. Pardon me.
You heard what you said?
Yeah, I know what I
Yo, Ned, dog, I let it slide for like 5 seconds longer than I normally would, so you can hit him with it.
I catch it myself, but I was slipping.
And you didn't even hit him with it.
I get him next time, yeah.
Your skills is cute, you know what I'm saying? Usyk he's the same thing. It's like, bro, you're a great little man in this heavyweight division, but AJ's a good big man, bro. Like, honestly, I think AJ hits harder than Chisora, you know? And not to mention, AJ is more versatile than Chisora. You struggle with Chisora, and Chisora was like fading, like damn near half that fight. Chisora looked like he was out of shape, bro. This new AJ, like maybe the old AJ, maybe you could be like, you know, weather the storm for a little bit and AJ get tired. This new AJ, he doesn't have that same stamina problem. So I don't see what you're talking about. Like, I'm be honest with you, I'm not even mad at AJ and Eddie Hearn for making that decision. However, I was a little bothered at the fact that I'm like, yo, come on, man, I want undisputed. But Oleksandr Usyk is on the zone, so they can still get undisputed after he fights Fury. So I'm like, yo, stop it, man. AJ not ducking your boy. You know, like clearly, like you know what time it is. And on top of that, what I don't like, I can understand if it was one of the fighters that said something like this, but it's supposed to be his supervisor, right? These are businessmen. They understand the options that AJ has, the options that Fury has, and the option that Oleksandr Usyk has, right? They know, like, yo, why would AJ fight Usyk right now and Fury possibly fight somebody else and then lose, and then that mega fight not happen? Nobody would do that in their right mind. Have those two guys fight. And even if it means WBO stripping AJ and giving it to Oleksandr Usyk, or Usyk getting an eliminator, AJ know he can get that fight back. He can get that belt back. You know, Oleksandr Usyk is, again, he's really talented. So most likely he's going to get the WBO belt. and then AJ gets the ring belt, the WBC belt, and then boom, have undisputed the undisputed cruiserweight champion versus the mega heavyweight star, bro. That's a gold mine right there. You know what I mean? After a mega fight that he has with Tyson Fury, if he beats Tyson Fury, so like I don't see what his supervisor's talking, man. It sounded cute though, for real. It really did sound cute. But it's like you're just saying that because you have to say that type of stuff for your peoples. But here in America, we're not buying it, man.
Definitely.
Ned.
Nah, I agree with my co-hosts.
It's okay to say you agree with G. Bro. Like, come on, son.
Nah, you said it right, dog.
It's a whole lot of malarkey. Like, what is it? Before we started recording, we were talking about a movie called Fresh, and we were talking about Chucky and how Fresh
Those dope moves.
Yeah, busting them dope moves and how Fresh he was gassing up Chucky and letting giving them that false sense of confidence. And it's all cool. Like, you're doing this for the limelight to capitalize off the moment. And I get it. You want to hype your boy up, but we all know the real deal. Like, once AJ ain't running from nobody, and you know what's on the table, it's undisputed, but you guys gotta get your name in here. And it's for the hype. That's all it is. It's just hyping up your boy Usyk. And
See, Ned, you be opening up Pandora's box. Ned told you he was talking about Chucky, but he didn't tell you what he was talking about. Yo, have you ever seen the movie Fresh, right? Fresh brings Chucky to Esteban because he's trying to get him on. Like, he's trying to get him on so he can like move work with him. If you watch Top Boy in the UK, they call it food. He's trying to get him to move the food with him, right? And so Esteban is interviewing Chucky, and he says to Chucky, he said, so I'm trusting my man Fresh here with like a lot of work. Why should I take you on? And Chucky goes, I bust those dope moves. Like, Esteban is like, what? Like, what the hell did he just say? And he goes, excuse me? And then Chucky goes, I got stupid juice. And then, like, once he said I got stupid juice, like, Fresh just puts his hand in his head like this, starts shaking his head. And Esteban goes, thank you for coming, Chucky. Like, you can get something to drink in the room. What we were saying is like how we throw stuff to Ned, like all the important stuff that Ned pulls a Chucky. If you can pull that scene up on YouTube and see, it's hilarious. But are you finished then?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Yeah, so I'm about to bust those dope moves right now. All right, so right, I feel like his supervisor. All right, so do I agree with the statement? No, I don't agree with the statement. I feel like Anthony Joshua's damned if he do and damned if he don't. And like, whenever I'm put in that position by people, like say like family members, I always say I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't, so I won't. Like, I won't do anything because, like, regardless of what I do, no one's going to appreciate or give me credit for it. So I'm just going to do nothing. And I do feel like Anthony Josh was like in that situation or in that scenario. So that's kind of why you saw he was nonchalant at the end of the fight with the whole trash talk or whatever. He's like, Fury's not here. If I say I'm going to fight Usyk to keep the WBO, everyone's going to say I'm ducking Fury. If I don't fight Usyk and I fight Fury, they're going to say that I ducked Usyk. But do I think Anthony Joshua is worried about Usyk's skill set? No. I would argue you have a skill set that's, comparable or even better in Tyson Fury. And you have a bigger man who's more proven in the heavyweight division. So if he fights Fury, how could he be scared of Usyk? To me, Fury's a tougher fight. So it's like, I'm taking the tougher fight, so I'm afraid of this guy. Also, Usyk got past the gate. Like, I like Usyk, so I'm not gonna trash Usyk, and I don't think anyone here is trashing Usyk. But what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to belittle what Usyk accomplished, but he literally just got past the gate. Derek Chisora is the gatekeeper. He just got past the gate. Now that you got past the gate, we need to see what you do when you're here. So there are other people who are better than Chisora that you can beat if you want to make a statement. Beating Chisora to me wasn't a statement win for Usyk. It was he belongs in the heavyweight division for Usyk. He got past the gate. Like, you beat a legitimate heavyweight that shows that like you belong here. But you didn't. That wasn't a spectacular victory. And I think I told everyone, like, I had Usyk winning by 1 round. For me, it wasn't like he blew Chisora out, because I gave Chisora the first 4 rounds and I gave him 1 round in between, and then I gave Usyk every other round. So it wasn't like you dominated Chisora. You beat a solid heavyweight. You got past the gate. But like, to get to say like Josh was running from you and your skill set, I don't necessarily see that. You know, you could fight a Pulev and then let's see if you do it better than Joshua. And then maybe you can say something. But where I'm at, Usyk got past the gate. Usyk's in the discussion. I guess from what they're saying in our comment section, I never really looked it up, but they're saying the WBO has this thing where if you were a WBO champion at a lower weight class, or if you were undisputed in a lower weight class, the WBO will automatically rank you as a mandatory when you move up. So that's how TC got his shot, and they're saying that's why Usyk is ranked so high. If that's the case, so be it. You fit the criteria, but just look at every other sanctioning body and where you rank with them. You're nowhere near the top in the heavyweight division. So, I mean, I'm saying you're nowhere near like mandatory. So I think to say that is being unrealistic. Do I think Usyk's a talented fighter? Hell yes. Do I think he presents dangers? Hell yes. But the type of dangers that Anthony Joshua would run from, come on, man, let's be real. Now, I'll close with this, though. That's what the hell my man's supposed to do. When they asked him a question, I think Aegis Kilmoss, they said that it's his supervisor, and he had this interview with Boxing Scene. He's supposed to put the battery in Usyk's back. That's what he's supposed to do. That's his man's. He's supervised. He's supposed to put the battery in his back. Oh, he don't take this fight because he's scared, baby. He know what you do to him. You the best. Look at your skills. Joshua, he'd rather fight Fury than fight you because he know about your skills. Of course, there's a lot more money. There's undisputed. There's a lot more glamour, a lot more money that comes with fighting Fury, but we're going to ignore all that. He want to fight Fury because he's afraid of your skills. That sounds like some straight up pimping to me. I'm done, brother.
Or some sipping.
Pimping and sipping.
Please like and subscribe. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.
We could have been flawless, fly enough to make people's mouths drop jawless. How can 2 years be erased in 1 August? And you know I have my pride, so I had to get brolic. All in all, I can't call it. Just know you're my queen. Wish I was denim, cause then I be in your jeans. Can't fight fate, and you've been loving me since your teens. But when you can't move forward, you gotta wipe your slate clean.